So first of all, thank you very much for joining us today at the Creative Hub. We have 1, 2, 3, okay, 4 Creative Hub. So can we start with Sarah? So as a digital nomad, travel around the world, why you decided to stop in Hoi An and build the Hoi An Hub? Why is that?
Why I came to Hoi An? So yeah, I was traveling around the world and then I came to Vietnam, and I'm a fan of small places like Hoi An or Chiang Mai or Ubud, where it's not so crowded, and there was no co-working space in Hoi An, so I had the idea we should have something to bring digital nomads, creative people, and solopreneurs to Vietnam. And yeah, then I arrived in 2017 and set it up. And my idea was to create a space in a green environment. So we are facing the rice paddies, and water buffaloes are passing by, and it's surrounded by farmers. And yeah, we have a very small space compared to other spaces. It's just for 25 people. And I wanted to create a space what inspires me as well, and this is a space close to nature. And so we have a lush green garden in the back with a glass house, so whenever you look up from your screen you see nature and leaves and tropical plants. So my concept is to create a tropical co-working space in a small place like Hoi An.
Do you think the Hoi An Hub is a creative hub?
Yeah, so we are, our members are pretty creative, but the focus is more on setting up a place with all the modern facilities people need in a very rural environment. And this inspires people to become creative. For example, there was a girl, she is a print designer for huge fashion brands, for example H&M and Zara in Europe. And she was sitting in our garden drawing our plants, and now these flowers are on the yoga pants of this collection. So in some points it's creative, yes.
Thank you, Sarah. So Lynn, congratulations that I know that you expanded new co-working space. So how far of your journey and what is your vision of Circle to build up the co-working space and the creative community?
Yeah, thanks Boom, and thanks the NES team inviting me over to share some of our experience on how to build a co-working space and everything. So our vision is to build a high energy and collaborative workspace for entrepreneurs and creators, so they can find the place that they can feel productive working every day. And we also bring the partnerships and events to help the companies grow. So that is our vision. And you know, the growth for business is always an issue for companies, especially tech startups and SMEs, where time is very critical for them. So in the first few years of their early stage, if they can find the best environment and best space, so they can grow much faster in the future. So that is our vision.
So I think that you and Sarah totally different background and the way she's a community building. You're a businessman, so the vision is totally different, and how you manage the co-working space as a creative hub. You still want to build a community, and in the point of view from the businessman, is matter to your business or not?
So it does affect the way on how we operate the business. But before Circle, we run a non-governmental organization that promotes entrepreneurship in Vietnam, and that that affect the way on how we think of building the great community. And through that, so before we run just a virtual community, and right now we run a physical space that elaborate the community factors. So somehow it can link the way and also align with our vision of what we want to do.
And Victor, so she's community builder, he's a businessman, and you're the learning expert from Indonesia, Bali, Indonesia. What's the difference?
For myself, or
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
hub?
For your, the
Oh,
learning experience.
Yeah, I'm the head of learning and experience. I think my role also covered the area of community building as well. And basically also the customer's happiness. So events is my background before. That's how I joined the club. So we organize a lot of learning and entrepreneurial events and networking events as well. And now it evolved into an experience.
Okay. And so for the hope, what they expect to come to Google and learning something, like just a co-working space.
Yeah, it is a co-working space, but it's not just a co-working space. So what we do, we offer a lot of learning and programs. So we are a hub. I don't know if you've been to Ubud, this monkey forest. When you come in, there's this bamboo hut. In that bamboo hut, there's basically around 150 to 200 people speaking 80 different languages. And these people come to Bali, to Ubud, for the reason of either they're traveling or they are taking a break from their life, or surfing. They can, but it's a bit far. But the point is, when they come there, they have the sense of belonging with people who wants to do something, who wants to change, the world, let's say. So we organize and we facilitate them through our events and through our networking events. So we have skill share and brainstorm session every day. So like about 430 events in a year. So that's more or less what we do.
Okay, thank you. Can I have my slide, please? So we have just the ideas of making the social capital into the creative hub. Is the idea that we taken from UK. Like we share with you the very brief idea about the principle from UK to Ghana. Okay, thank you very much. Then what happened, like long time ago until now, the artists, the local artists, still have two choices. The one they can work it in the art market, or they can go to creative hub. In the left hand side is the ladies who make their leather for the bicycle. Yeah, she joined in London. They call Makerversity. It's a combination between the co-working space and the maker space. So they have two choices. Second lesson, they try to promote their craftsmanship. They do believe that everyone is a creative people. And so they try to promote the co-working space with a small maker space to wake up the creativity inside every person. The third story, they try all of them. Now is the trend to the combination between art, technology, and science in the same space. So they do believe that businessmen, scientists, and artists can be in the same team to do some startup. And yep, then innovation and everything incubator, they do art incubators, business incubator, tourism incubators. Then they try to do the fellowship all over the world. That's it. That what I learned from UK. To ask you the same question. Yeah, we can turn back. Thank you. Thank you very much. So how do you think the creative can be part of the co-working space in the near future, in Vietnam, in Indonesia, in the Southeast Asia? Do you think that creative hub, working with artists, is something like trendy, and we have to put some to transfer our co-working space into the creative hub?
Yeah, I guess, co-working space, in my belief, it's the future of how people work, I guess. There's a lot of companies that are now interested in what we do in co-working spaces, because apparently it's proven that people are a bit more, not a bit more, they are more productive, they're social, they learn from each other and all this kind of stuff. I mean, we as a human being are also social, so it's really a good place. And in terms of creative, I think it's like there's a lot of makerspace nowadays as well, like showing up, and I think I think it's important to it would be great to have that in cities, but it really depends as well on the focus on each town, like where I am, and we don't have it yet, but it would be great to have it because a lot of people are very into art and creatives, and basically, if there is a place where these talents can come together and make something and basically get inspiration from each other, that will be, we will have a great future, I guess.
Okay. So how about you?
I think the people, they want to connect and they want to work with each other. So I think that is always a need over there, and co-working space is a catalyst to support that one. So I also see there's a lot of like co-working space that have a hardware accelerator inside the space. So they create a place that people invent like hardware stuff, sitting all together, and they can create things together. Creating things is much important than like commercialize that. So not only the co-working space are trying to promoting that, but bigger corporations like innovative corporations like 3M or Bosch, they are trying to make their team much younger and trying to inspire the people on more entrepreneurial and can create like things much better. So I think that will be the future of working.
And I think it's also for personality growth. So besides of the business factors of maybe you're not a designer, but I think every one of us would like to learn something else and expand the fields we are specialized in. So I think art and becoming a creative hub is definitely it would be a good inspiration to implement this as well at Hapoyan. More and art and doing something digital, it can be combined very good with all the design. Hoi An is a beautiful town that inspires many photographers, professional or hobby photographers, to come to the town and doing some photography tours. And we are supporting local artists by giving them the space to show their art on our walls. And we also organize, or when there is a volunteer or someone who would like to teach something, we also offer photography workshops. And this is more for fun and more for personal growing, instead of putting it into business. But maybe this is also because Hapoyan is a pretty small place compared to other places, co-working spaces. So for us it's more for the fun and for the personal growing besides the actual job.
Do you think that you're willing to give the space to support local artists to make exhibition, show them talent, teaching, workshop?
Yeah, we have done that before. We have an association of creative art, and not us, it's not owned by us, but also for the graphic designer in Ubud, and we provide a space for them to have exhibition. I think our space is quite open, like the talks that is happening there, it varies from digital marketing to business tech to how to sit properly so that you can be more productive, how to juggle, all this kind of stuff. We had a cooking class and all stuff. It's because we love the idea of like people sharing and like what he said before, like everybody learn from each other, like personal growth. I mean, you're a designer, but you can also learn about business, and you can also learn about cooking, and it gives opportunity for people to just learn and hopefully find themselves and be happy.
So, in terms of the social capital, do you think that joining the co-working space is a very good start to improve or invest your social capital? And how the co-working space like us can support the startup to increase their social capital?
So yeah, I think co-working space is one of the way that can help members to gain the social capital much better. Because you are not only like sitting in your company working with the rest of your college, but you will work with different people from different backgrounds, different company, and that can give a lot of like ideas and a lot of like partnerships on each other. So I think yeah, of course, like working in co-working space will help the people get more social capital.
Do you have done to do anything like community building?
So at MySpace, we are fostering the partnerships between the members. So for example, so some of the companies they want to find partners in distributing their products, or they are working on one project altogether. So we are the platform to connect them with each other.
Okay. Can you share some about? I know that you only have the like community lunch, some activity you do yoga together, swimming together.
Yeah, we do a lot of, so at Hapoyan we focus a lot of community building and social events. We do have daily community lunches which are also open for public, for guests. They also can join us every day at 1 p.m. And
Every day?
Every day except Sundays.
Okay.
Every day from Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. And there is no choice, so it's a set lunch, so you can say vegetarian or non-vegetarian. And in the evening we organize sometimes movie nights or board game nights, or we go out for dinner. So we focus on people that come to Hapoyan. They are individual freelancers or solopreneurs, and they need and what they're looking for is friends as well, to making friends. So this is the social impact we're giving at the hub.
Okay.
Yeah, and besides all of that, I think what they say is already true. We also asked our members, I think 2 years ago, in our how do you call it, questionnaire, and it turns out that 70% of our members actually collaborate with each other. So that is something that probably would not happen in conventional kind of like office, especially for startups. We need that. There's partnerships. We, as a working operators, we act out as not your HR, but we basically know the people there and we can connect you. That's also something that doesn't happen at Starbucks, of course, like when you go and work there. And that's why we recommend you to go. And that's what we're doing as well. We do a lot of social activities, not just because so that you're not stressed out, but then also so that you know each other. If you're an introvert, it's also a safe place to be, right? Because then we can also help you. So yeah, it does impact on social capital.
Okay. So do you think that today is a good day that we DMES and Hoi and Circle can join your Asian Pacific Alliance co-working space?
Alliance Pacific, it's always a good day that you're in the co-working Alliance of Asia Pacific. Yeah. Do you want to ask me about that?
Yeah. Because we want to improve our social capital with your alliance as well.
Yeah, we know this. The Co-working Alliance of Asia Pacific is an initiative that was started by Hubu. So because we organize also working on conference where we gather all the movers and shakers of the working spaces in Southeast Asia and Oceania. come together, and we notice that everybody have the same struggle in terms of not only community but also dealing with landlords and all this kind of stuff, you know. And we don't have, like, people don't even understand what our business is until now. I'm pretty sure everybody, like, you know, every time you say this co-working space, what is it? And I'm like, yeah, it's a professional internet cafe. But it's actually more than that. So having an association, it helps, an alliance, it helps you to grow together. So I think it's not it's not specifically for startups, but it's for the working operators. But what I believe is that if we come together, collaborate together, we will create something great. You know. So and that's why I'm working on Asia Pacific.
Okay, great. I have like 10 more questions, but we say okay, we run out of time because the lunchtime already. But what we can take from this panel, I think is quite good because we can put some more creativity in our co-working space, and we do believe that we need to foster a little bit more in terms of community building, so that we can help the startups to increase their social capital. Then I think somehow that is our mission. You agree with that? Okay. Thank you very much for all the classes. And we see you around. Thank you.